welcome to Windy City Fantasy Football.
We'll talk about Dax Street's Back Ryan and the remix on the Me Too later.
We'll talk about them at the end.
At the end, after we talk about some important things.
What other important things should we talk about?
Some teams won this game, and some of them lost. Well,
okay, so let's see Week 4 results.
Beat Dax Street's Back and
Boo!
Hey!
Boo!
I was about to make a comment that you were taking it rather well, but
I take it better when I lose than you do.
Henry Dangerous.
Aren't you just special?
No, not
Daddy,
really.
we've won 3rd place. Well,
No, you're not.
No, just there's a big tie for a lot of stuff. So, go move on. You
can't get out of this screen because then it gets out of the week.
okay,
All right. So
next
the remix,
team.
Alan and Me Too beat Dax Street's Back.
Okay, O'Hilna beat All Work All Bite.
What are the scores?
So the remix on the Me Too was 1-4-6-4-2. Next, O'Hilna 1-6-7-1-12-2.
1, 2, 12.
Yeah.
And then All Bark All Bite had 143.82.
You say the losers, I'll say the winners.
Okay. No, don't go into it. Just scroll.
We haven't read Mommy's score yet.
It's okay. We're past it.
I had 112.32
Yeah,
as a loser.
as a loser.
Okay,
Yeah.
Chicago Mama Bear beat Field of Dreams. Chicago Mama Bear had 137 2. Then your turn, Daddy.
And Fields of Dreams had 96.14.
Okay, that's how. But not with 5.
Technical difficulties. We'll be right back. Now this is covering
I
your
was gonna
face.
Super
say.
Mario Brothers. Ow!
Child abuse.
Super Mario Brothers beat Rainbow Kittles. Well, unfortunately, we don't need to worry about the time. It's already 6:03, so you should have plenty of time to do what you're gonna do after we're done with this.
The Thursday night game is the Rams at the Seahawks. So people's are either going to be good or not.
Did I miss something? Are we done reading scores?
No, we're not. But he's talking about the time, so I thought I'd throw it in there. So, yeah. So, Super Mario Brothers beat Rainbow Kittles. We didn't read the scores yet.
We did read these teams. We didn't read those teams. Super Mario Brothers, which we know is Rick.
It was at this moment Matt realized that putting a 6-year-old in charge of a TV show was perhaps unwise, and that he had 10 more episodes to go.
He had 121.56.
And Rainbow Kittles had 77.1.
Because he had to play her with a scratch.
100 to 56.56.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah,
Next.
that was for Super Mario Brothers.
Next.
The Naj Mahals beat Chili with Mahomes. And unfortunately, the Naj Mahals had 177.98. yeah, 98. Yeah.
That was the high score for the week.
Out of that, fantasy.
That was the high score for the week. Someone scored more than Michaela. 2 people actually scored more than Michaela for the first week.
Who was it?
Why don't we just move on with the scores?
Yes.
You already listed one of them. It was Carson.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Carson was one of them. Who was the other one?
Sue, right here.
That one.
The Naj Mahal.
The Naj Mahal.
Naj Mahal.
Right.
Now
Okay.
let's read the final score.
So Naj Mahal and O'Hilna had most, then Henry Danger.
So what
But
did
Henry Danger still,
One.
first place. So no one can beat Henry Danger. Not even
I'm
one
gonna try.
person.
I'm gonna try this week.
Everybody's trying.
For
Read
week
the
4,
scores.
yes.
Henry Danger had 148.26 points,
I'm supposed to read that.
and the Ionath Krakens had 96.82 points. You don't get to read if you're not going to read them.
So those were our weeks for today. Moving on to week 5.
Well, we have a few
hold on
other
now.
things to. We have a few other
The
things.
show has other things that we need to go to.
These are the standings.
Yeah, alone at number 1 is Michaela Henry Danger at 4-0, followed closely by Chicago Mama Bear at 3-1. And then here comes the fun part. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams all tied for third at 2-2 apiece. Those teams that happen to be Dak Street's Back, Fields of Dreams, the Naj Mahals, Rainbow Kittles, Oh Hill Na, Super Kamario Brothers, and the Remix Alan and Me 2.
And Allmark
And then
10th place.
Everybody else, the Ionath Krakens, All Bark, All Bite, and Chillin' with Mahomes, are tied for 10th place at 1-3.
So we don't know if Henry Danger will beat all these teams.
We
Well-
hope not. We
Well-
hope not.
Well, if someone gets more points than Henry Danger,
They would win.
He just described how points work.
they would win. Well, if Dak Street's Back Run would be those Henry Dangers, I'm sure that would be fine.
That would be fine. You are right. Dak Street's Back could beat Henry Danger. That would be fine.
Moving on.
Since the Remix Alan and Me 2 beat me.
We don't need to worry about week 4. We can just move on from that.
All right. So those were the standings.
We'll
We have
move on to the scoreboard.
we have
For
a
week 5.
No, there is no
later.
scoreboard for week 5.
we have a few coulda, shoulda, wouldas.
I'm sure what is.
Michaela had Darnell Mooney on her bench with 21.5 points.
Yep.
Emily had Devonta Smith on her bench with 22.2 points. Rick had Randall Cobb on his bench with 23.9 points. And then you have me.
This is probably the reason she didn't win. Because she has not 1, not 2, but 3 players that had 20 points or more on her bench. Please read the list.
I had Tyler Boyd, who had 23.8. James Conner, who had 20.6. And Kenny Gainwell, who had 20.9. So, wide receiver and 2 running backs.
It's a lot of points.
That's a little over 60 points. So, quick boom bust. Well, booms and big outs.
Oh, let's do, okay, booms, busts, and big outs.
Boom, bust. Big outs. So the boom that I had, the quarterback that is not currently held by anyone in our league that had the most points was Taylor Heineke. Washington quarterback, 27.9. That's a very respectable score, for sure. The bust / big out was Teddy Bridgewater. He got a concussion, but he finished with less than 5 points. So, not so good. The next boom would be somebody you might be a little familiar with. Cordell Patterson for the Falcons went on a tear. Who saw that coming? Apparently you did.
Nobody.
Nobody. But he had 34.6 points. Wasn't it 3 touchdowns?
I think so.
That's a lot. And then the biggest boom of the week is, of course, Tyreek Hill. He's feast or famine. This week he was all feast, no famine. He had 50.6 points. That's like 3/4 of Sam's score. All in one player. The boom for the tight end was C.J. Uzma.
Mm-hmm.
26.5. That's a lot for a tight end as well. Pretty good.
Yeah.
And then last booms was the Bills D with 21 points. The Bills are looking okay.
Looking a little better than okay, but
they are not the only unbeaten team in the NFL. Who's the only unbeaten team in the NFL?
the Cardinals.
They are! Again, who saw that coming? Nobody. Technically, they really should have lost if the Vikings could have had a kicker. But that's another day, as Alan would say.
All right. Well,
lastly is the big out.
Oh.
Joe Mixon has a left high ankle sprain. He's out for at least a week. DJ Chark, unfortunately, is out for the year. He broke his ankle. David Montgomery for the Chicago Bears has a left knee hyperextension, and he's out like 3 weeks, wasn't it?
I think, 3 to 5 weeks.
Okay, yep. Will Fuller has a fractured finger. I didn't see how long that was going to be out for, but he's out with a fractured finger. Jimmy Garoppolo has a calf strain, and he's week to week. As we mentioned, Teddy Bridgewater has a concussion, so he's entering concussion protocol. Logan Thomas has a hamstring injury, and this is just kind of interesting. Tony Jones, who is the backup running back for the Saints, has an ankle sprain. The reason I mention that is because that means that Kamara will have even more workload than he had before, because there literally is pretty much no other running back for them. So that's the reason I mention it, because it said under affected players, Alvin Kamara, and I was like, it's not really affecting him other than he now has to carry more of the load on his back. So those were the big outs.
All right.
DJ Chark was the biggest big out for the year.
Well, I don't even know how the Pirate did this week. And to be honest, I'm a little worried about the number of times that it's been on the show right now. I've upped our security on the video.
Ahoy, mateys. I'm gonna leave the K. Take a little vacay. Yeah, but I gotta figure out how to get off the island.
Happy in anymore, which is good because we don't need a pirate.
I like to take that boat.
Good idea. Helpful, Hannah. I just jump on board the old Disney Dream. Lots to do on the Disney Dream. All kinds of food. Hey, you can take the aqueduct. It's like a water roller coaster. This is the education part of this week's segment. Hey, what we should really do is get back to business now.
Trying to do fantasy football on the show, and then especially we don't need.
Hey, it's week 5, and you know who's gonna be my picks this week? Field of Dreams, Rainbow Kittles, Naj Mahal, Super Mario Brothers, Dak Street, and you see it right here, the Krakens. The Krakens, they're gonna be winners. See you next week, all.
Well, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, the Lioness Crackers were talking about it.
No.
No, we're
Well, he
talking.
was wearing the shirt. He was
Yeah.
wearing the shirt, but yeah, if all things go as planned, we probably shouldn't see them again this week. We probably shouldn't. So we can kind of move on to whatever. Yeah, I hope not. It's
Okay.
beatboxing for your entertainment.
That brings us to
Hey,
your favorite thing
Hey.
now. What is it?
Week
this
5.
week's
matchups. Who's playing this week?
Who's playing who?
Backstreet's Back Right versus Henry Danger. We
Speak
know.
up. Speak up.
Backstreet's Back Right versus Henry Danger. We don't know if Backstreet's Back Right versus Henry Danger. Yes, thank you. We don't know if Backstreet will win or lose.
They're gonna win.
Well, if they win, that's great.
How do you spell win?
W-I-N.
Okay.
We can stop talking about win now.
Next game.
All Bark, All Bite versus Field of Dreams.
All right. Next game.
Rainbow Kittles, Oh Hilna.
Next game.
National Chicago Mama Bear.
I think that's it, right? No, there one more?
I mean, there might be another.
Oh, there's a couple more. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. 2 more? Okay, what are they?
Me, McTown, and Me Too versus Super Mario Brothers.
Oh
Super
my.
Kamara Brothers is gonna win.
Boo! Boo! Boo those Mario Brothers.
Oh, I'm gonna tell Mario.
And
that
then
you
the
said
final game.
Lighthouse Kraken versus Totally with Holmes.
Any predictions on winners this week? Since everybody seems to be wanting to predict winners.
Backstreet,
That's right.
All Bark, All Bite,
Okay.
Rainbow Kittles, Ash Mahal's, Remix on Me Too, and final team, Lioness Krakens.
So all the top teams.
All the top teams.
Yes.
No, actually not. You're the bottom team, so he did pick one bottom
okay.
team.
And it's me. Because it's me. It's his mommy.
You know?
You
I
know?
did pick Henry Danger. No, sorry.
No, siree. No, Auntie Michaela.
No Auntie Michaela win for today. Unfortunately, Auntie Michaela should lose against this Backstreet's Back Right
That's
game.
right.
So,
All right.
if we know if Henry Danger will win or lose, we don't know.
We'll find out.
The Falcons
We'll find out when we have this week's games. So this week we have a little bit of an extra special game.
Yeah.
The Thursday night game is the Rams at the Seahawks. And then
Can I just talk about the game?
Can I talk about the game? Because
Yeah.
that one right there is kind of special.
We won't
Yeah.
talk about the other games. Well, Eagles versus Panthers, to be precise. Packers versus Bengals.
Well,
Patriots,
before any of that can happen,
Tennessee Jaguars.
before any of that can happen,
and we'll talk
the
about
Jet-
the last team.
the Jets are playing the Falcons.
Yes, that's
In
correct.
In London. In London.
Go Falcons, go! Beat those Jets!
In London town.
Well, there's no more teams.
London. So that's an 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time game.
Yep. And unfortunately, those games are the only ones that
So
are on.
that's your other special one. Sunday
And the
night.
teams that are not playing now.
Sunday night is the Bills at the Chiefs, which is a big heavy hitter game. And then the Monday game is the Colts at the Ravens.
Okay, so Vikings versus Lions won't happen now. Bronx versus Steelers won't happen now. Dolphins, Buccaneers won't happen now.
Are you?
The Saints versus Washington won't happen now. Mommy's talked about one team, so we'll skip that one. The Bears versus the Raiders. So we won't know if the Bears will win. That's the coloring thing I started on. And the team that will start with the ball, the Bears.
Here, don't hold that in front of your face. But, so,
Okay, 49ers versus Cardinals, Giants versus Cowboys, Bills versus Chiefs, and finally, Ravens versus Colts.
Yes.
okay, I'm gonna shut the camera off this time. We're done. The show is done.
That's our show.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Good luck this week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And don't let Henry Danger win because I don't want to see that team win.